My name's Councillor Helen Howell and I am the Deputy Leader of North Northamptonshire Council and the Executive Member for Sport, Leisure, Culture and Tourism, and that means that Chester House sits under my portfolio. So I'm really excited about Chester House. It's moving forward at pace, which is fantastic really for the area. It's got so much potential and we are making the most of that potential.
The Chester House estate is a unique site. You've got over 10,000 years of human activity here. I first came out here in April 2010. 2 weeks later, I came out again to find total devastation. The farmhouse had virtually burnt down. We have an almost unique role as the people who bring everyone together and bring all the advice together and link between the local authority, between the site owners and the project team and all the other specialists. There's been many years of work to get the farmhouse restored. It's looking fantastic now. Looking back, you think it was worth all that hard work and all that effort to see it being so appreciated, so used, and just a really high quality project.
We opened in October 2021. Since then we've had an extremely busy and successful first opening period, taking us to this point. We've exceeded our targets around footfall and our income targets, both in terms of what we achieved during the last financial year, but also moving into this financial year. Bookings for weddings, bookings for the B&B have all exceeded expectations. We're getting amazing feedback from visitors on social media and in person. I'm just really proud that despite all the challenges, we are making success of what was a challenging project initially, but which now is proving a real asset to North Northamptonshire.
The journey from 12 months ago to today has been amazing. Where we stood now was a mud patch, and to seeing it now with people walking around the site, it's just fantastic. And now we've got a fully functioning wedding venue and a visitor attraction for people to use. I look after the day-to-day running, the events, the weddings, the conferences, but seeing the first wedding ready to go today is fantastic. That barn didn't have a floor in it when I turned up, and now there's someone's going to get married and have their sort of first dance in that barn. It's absolutely fantastic. We've got a lovely visitor centre that we've got a various range of toys and gifts, and then we've got a fantastic bookshop in there as well, which is all about the history of Northamptonshire. When we got that building, it was an empty shell. We begged, stealed and borrowed shelving units from across the county, and it was all recycled, painted by volunteers and built by volunteers. Starting an empty shop from scratch, just what do we put in there? What do people want to buy? Having no data on what people want, you sort of have to make it up as we go along and change and adapt, and the ice cream sells really well, and that's what we've sort of learned from it at the moment, and tractors. Conferences have really taken off. Normally a conference is set in a hotel with no views. When I show businesses around here and they're looking out the windows over the Nen Valley, why would you want to be anywhere else? You can have your lunch break out in the garden, you can walk around the grounds. It's a fantastic offering.
When we started the project, we called it History in the Making, and that was like our launch title. But every day at Chester House has been history in the making, and every day we're doing firsts. When we first started, the unknowns were massive, and the fact that we're stood here today welcoming over 140,000 people since opening, the team we've built together, the partnerships, the collaboration, it's incredible, and I'm going to be so proud of it for the rest of my life. And I'm so proud of the team, the volunteers, our partners for doing what they've done.
Before opening, we'd secured our commercial tenants, and that's been really successful, and that relationship has continued to grow. And we'd secured our relationship with Creating Tomorrow's Trust, who are based on site, and with the Nen Valley Partnership. Our relationship with the University of Leicester has just continued to grow, and the whole team really have expanded all that networking opportunity, both with the local community, with local schools, with local parish and town councils, with the North Northampton Business Network. All these things, not only do they get Chester House on the map, but they also expand all the opportunities to do different things.
Creating Tomorrow Academies Trust is a trust of 4 special schools and a college, and we're based across West and North Northamptonshire. We're very much focused on outcomes for adults and looking at those opportunities for employment. So our students, they're part of in the cafe, helping out with some of the digs, supporting with some of the education elements, but also we're lucky enough to run the community farm shop. But the most exciting thing for us is the opportunity for young people to be part of the actual running, learning life skills, and giving them the skills for employability for the next steps in adulthood. 22. We know that nationally, less than 5% of adults with learning disabilities are in employment. That's a shocking statistic and something we very much want to buck the trend of, and Chester House is very much part of that.
Now I am in gift shop all day today, and I just like it, and as well I'm getting the support what I need. I like talking to people because it's new to me.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy and have a nice day. But I'm getting talk better and communicate eye contact, so that I'm getting good at. Do you want your receipt?
No, it's fine, thank you.
I'm doing independent living skills. How like living, how I buy a rent, how you sort your bills. I really enjoy it at the moment. Yeah, I love it.
Last year, before opening, we'd pulled together our sort of initial team of about 6 people. We did build in some initial flexibility around our visitor experience assistants, and we've adapted some of those original visitor experience roles to focus on key activity, and we've brought more people in as we've needed to. Surprisingly, we had an exceptional Christmas period despite the COVID outbreak. And then we had a really, really good spring event series with the lambing and the Easter egg hunt. Seeing the team come together and be really flexible and keep pushing what needs to happen and listening to visitor feedback. Yes, we've achieved a lot, but we're definitely not standing still.
I started my role as the marketing and social media intern here. I wasn't striving at university, I wasn't doing the best I could because I didn't know much about the industry or management. Working here, I'm now excelling in my degree, and I feel like I would never have been able to achieve that without working here and having real industry knowledge. When I first started, the contractors weren't even on site, so I really like that bit where we're trying to develop, we're working with the contractors, we're doing project management, and that's where I've realised I'd quite like my career to go as project management on heritage sites.
Well, I started June last year, 2021, volunteering. And it was completely different because it was still a building site, and there was lots of outside work, lots of stewardship work, getting the grounds to the way they are now. From there, in October, I was offered a full-time post as a visitor assistant, and then from there, I got the current job, which is building services. And I had a long time and was in a very dark place, a bit like Chester House was before the project started. I came here. It had just started to come alive. I started to come alive. Very, very good fun.
I like being part of the team because it's just a really positive working environment. Everyone's really happy, everyone's really nice, and there's always stuff to do, so you're never really bored. Proud to be here, to be honest. I've had a lot of jobs in the past, and they're nowhere near as good as this. It's by far the best job I've had.
We're such a close team that we have more of that personal connection as well. We all really, really want Chester House to excel, and I think we're all working towards the same thing.
Obviously I got told that I'm leading the lambing event. I was very shocked, especially with the responsibility of running a big event here at Chester House, especially spring. So I'm always mucking out the lambs, talking to customers, just making it run smoothly. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Cute!
Tickets are sold in the gift shop and getting 400 people through the doors to feed the lambs. It's very manic at times, especially at 10 o'clock, they come all rushing in. It's really great seeing all the visitors enjoying feeding the lambs. I'm enjoying getting to learn new things every day and getting lots of experience here at Chester House. I love that it gives people opportunities and it can really change someone's life. It's changed my life a lot. At the moment I'm studying really hard, working with the Creating Tomorrow Trust, which are helping me be able to do my GCSEs. I love talking to customers, I really enjoy it, so honestly it's the best.
Today we've been feeding the lambs. They give you a bottle of milk and then they let you feed the individual lambs. So really good for the little ones and it's something for the parents to do as well. The grounds are really nice, the buildings have been done up really nice and it's really good for the little ones to run around, and there is also a cafe here so it's good to get coffee and some lunch as well. And the staff and the volunteers, they're all really helpful, so really recommend it as a day out, yeah definitely.
We've seen a passive driving when we used to go to Ration Legs and we always wanted to know what was that place about. And then we found out on Facebook actually. It's just an experience, you know, like feeding the lambs. And they've never done it before and they were a bit scared at the beginning and then I think they enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend this place. It's very kids friendly, you know, the staff and everybody are so friendly and definitely we will come back. You see us again.
For us as a family coming out, obviously we tend to look for something that's got good activities for the kids, a nice sort of place to go to, and obviously if they've got food and entertainment, those sort of things, like it makes it worth coming out for really. So far they've not disappointed on any of them yet. We've just done the Easter egg hunt for now, handed it in and got our Easter eggs. I think we're going to go feed the lambs afterwards, probably have some food in a minute.
I quite like doing Easter egg hunts. The views and everything have been amazing, so that's what I've liked so far.
I also like the egg hunt, and I like the fact that we had to kind of work it out with the Roman numerals and the missing number, and it also gets us active.
Especially with the Roman Museum, I think because I learnt about it at school and I just love learning about them. So going into that museum, I think would be really good.
The next term I start learning about it, so I just get some extra knowledge.
The Greenway project has been going for some considerable time now, but we're now trying to enhance it and take it all around North Northamptonshire. The Greenway project will benefit Chester House enormously because it will be a link through all of our pathways, rivers and everything. So actually what it does is it makes Chester House and all of our other attractions accessible to everybody, on foot, on cycle, you know, getting away from using vehicles. And obviously with the new mooring that we've got, people can use the river to get here too.
Today we've had a large heritage festival in collaboration with partners along the Nen Valley. We've had a lot of Romans here, we've been opening up our archaeological archiving centre, our archaeological dig, and we've also had our first ever wedding take place on site as well. So a really momentous day for the team.
That is something, isn't it? Sorry? Look at how the men are marching in step, not tripping over each other. Look how the shields lock together without any fraying.
I hope that you will all enjoy exploring North Northamptonshire's sensational heritage when attending all of the activities. So have a wonderful day and thank you for your continued support. I'd like to now officially cut the ribbon. Ta-da! Thank you.
The swords are drawn razor sharp, bayonets light. Look at the protection those shields give the men individually, and also the man next to him. The centurion has ordered the men, observe them with day. Turn round. He's just testing your strength today. Look how the auxiliae are protecting the withdrawal of the army, so you can't rush in and ambush them.
It's an excavation involving our students, community volunteers and students from the Creating Tomorrow College. It's really unique archaeologically speaking, so we have a fantastically preserved small Roman town, evidence for 10,000 years of human activity in the landscape, but it's also fantastic because we have the Archaeological Archive. So the Archaeological Resource Centre is a state-of-the-art facility storing archaeological finds from across Northamptonshire, so it's amazing to have that on the doorstep. Our students come from all over the world. They're studying by distance learning. So we have students from the US, Canada, Australia. So it's got a very cosmopolitan feel here. So many of our students, this is their field school, so it's part of their degree, but our students have also had fantastic opportunities to undertake internships, volunteering, great opportunities for our students, but it's also hopefully really great for the Chester House estate because we're supporting their learning and community engagement programme. Even amongst the volunteers here at Chester House Estate, just so much local knowledge. So it's about working with the community, the Chester House Estate to capture all of that, but also to carry out collaborative research and then hopefully to also use that to inform the interpretation here, to drive heritage tourism. It's really a fantastic opportunity.
The volunteers here are amazing in terms of our maintenance of the site. We just could not do that without our mass of volunteers. And the ARC and the function that is carried out there almost relies entirely on volunteers. So it's so pleasing to see people not just come once but keep coming back, spreading the word and us growing our bank of volunteers on a day-to-day basis.
The volunteer hub is superb. We can go there, you're guaranteed to meet different people, to see friends, and they just make you feel so welcome. It's just a pleasure to come.
So you need 2 pieces of I
was a teacher for 38 years, then I retired. I looked after my parents. They've now gone, and so I find now that I've got time on my hands. I like to feel something to do positively, and it's a real pleasure just to come and do something different, meet different people. It's given me a new lease of life. I love it. Well, here at Chester House, we do like the whole family to be involved. We like it to be really inclusive, so everybody can feel there's something here for them to do. So in family learning, everybody is welcome, all ages, grandparents right down to babies.
That's it. Keep your spring passports, you'll need them.
What famous king is that in the Tudor times? Henry VIII.
It's great to see school children visiting the site. Fantastic to see them exploring the area of the Roman town. The learning programme here is really taking off, so we've been helping the team here to develop that programme, which is underpinned by the research that we're doing here.
Is this a stone? What type of stone? Is this a
stone there. You know what that is? That's actually what's left over from melting or to make iron objects.
Today we're here to visit Chester House because our topic this term is local area, and nothing can get more local than Chester House. It's literally on our doorstep. So far we have completed the workshops in the classroom and they really enjoyed making the clay candles.
X1 is 11.
It is B1.
B1, well done.
It brings in the local knowledge and it brings history onto the doorstep and it makes it more relevant for our children. You know, they're really loving being here, being out of the classroom as well and seeing different things and actually getting hands-on experience. Children learn a lot more if they're doing something and they're hands-on, and it meets all the needs of all the children.
What else do you think they might find apart from bones? Yes. Pottery, good.
It's great for school children to gain hands-on experience, to be able to handle archaeological material, to see a real live excavation in progress, and it's great for us as archaeologists to be able to share our passion for the past.
Chester House Estate is educational and it's fun for all the children, and I think for all children of all ages I would recommend.
I think people should come to Chester House to see all the wonders of the history.
On behalf of everybody at the Chester House Estate, we wanted to say a massive thank you to North Northamptonshire Council. They've been fundamental to getting us over the line, and also the National Lottery Heritage Fund, who have supported us for so many years on this project, and we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be delivering the things we are doing without their help.
I really want to see the site continue to develop as we get more visitor feedback. And so I want to see the events grow, I want more profits coming into the site, and also pushing our learning offering. That's the most important thing around the site, is making sure the history is accessible to everyone.
We want to keep bringing people back time and time again. So we have to improve the site. We have buildings here still to be utilised, and we have other projects that we want to develop. We've got an ancient greenhouse that we want to develop into more of a learning centre where people can come along, especially children. We want to engage with more children and have sort of cooking demonstrations and things like that that they can get involved with. We're very positive about being able to secure funding in the future.
I love people coming down, sitting on our picnic benches, having a picnic and not having to spend any money. They can just sit, enjoy themselves and go home. That's the beauty of the site. They don't need to spend any money. It's great if they do, but to have a free visitor attraction on your doorstep that you can get away from the city, busy life, use our picnic areas, use our park, brilliant. That's what I love to see.
It's really important that we get that sense of the continuity of the history and we learn from it going forwards, and we feel that sense that we're just another element in that continuous strand of human activity. And that's why it's so nice to see people using the site, enjoying it, learning from it. I think that's really what's so special about this place.
You just come along here and you can see the passion and the ambition and everything for the place, and the people that work here, the staff, the volunteers and everybody, they put so much into it, you know, how can you not love it? We are set in a fabulous surroundings here, and you go into the cafe and look out of the windows and see that beautiful vista with the Nen Valley running through and the green spaces and the open spaces and the archaeological digs. 10,000 years of history here. How could you not love it?